You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome along. Great to have you with us for our weekly look at AI Mondays here on The Vocal Technologist. Honestly, the speed of AI right now, it's incredible, but keeping up.
It feels like a constant stream, doesn't it? Just relentless.
Totally. It's almost impossible to track everything.
Yeah.
So our plan today is to sift through it all and pull out the really key things, the insights you actually need from the latest developments.
Exactly. Try and connect some of those dots, maybe see the bigger picture emerging from all the activity.
Okay, let's jump right in then. The business side of AI has some pretty fascinating updates. And here's something really interesting financially for a lot of SaaS companies. AI isn't about boosting the bottom line.
Oh.
It's about survival. Seriously. They're setting prices, just trying not to, lose their shirts. We're talking potentially eating like $10,000 in costs for a customer paying maybe $500.
Wow. So it's cost mitigation, not revenue generation for them.
Pretty much. And get this, the customers themselves, they're getting really anxious about unpredictable AI bills. That fear is actually a major hurdle to getting them to adopt these new features.
That really reframes the whole value proposition, doesn't it? It's less about what amazing things can AI do and more about, can we afford the risk? Can we get cost certainty?
Exactly. It highlights this sort of hidden fragility and how AI is being integrated right now.
And that uncertainty probably fuels some of the volatility we're seeing elsewhere, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of volatility and big moves, let's look at some headlines. Mistral, the French AI company, looks like they're closing in on a $14 billion valuation. Huge jump since June after a big $2 billion investment.
$14 billion, that's serious capital flowing in.
It really is. And then you've got Apple planning to boost Siri. They're looking at this World Knowledge Answers feature. Sounds like it might use Google's Gemini AI, actually, to summarize web results.
Interesting collaboration, or reliance, maybe.
Could be. But it's not all smooth sailing and massive valuations. Look at xAI, Elon Musk's venture. They've had a whole string of top people leave just recently.
Oh, really? Who?
Well, their CFO, the general counsel, and even a pretty senior AI researcher who'd been at DeepMind and OpenAI, all gone in the last few weeks.
Okay, so putting that together.
Yeah.
You've got these huge investments, big tech like Apple making moves, but also signs of real internal stress and maybe talent wars, like at xAI.
That's it. It's this really dynamic, almost fiercely competitive landscape for talent and for finding a model that actually works long term.
Right. A sustainable model is key.
So thinking about those models, what does this mean for the fundamental ideas driving AI? We hear so much about just scaling up compute power, but is that the whole story?
Well, that brings up the whole bitter lesson discussion, the idea that maybe counterintuitively just throwing more compute and data at general methods often wins out over complex handcrafted approaches.
Like the brute force approach.
Kind of. But the crucial part often missed is the data side of that equation. Compute is vital, yes, but data is just as critical. You actually need about 40% more data if you double your GPUs. Otherwise,
You're just burning cash.
you're just burning cash. So the real winners in the next phase, they might be the ones who figure out how to scale data itself, either getting more out of the data they have or finding ways to create totally new, high-quality data. That's the next frontier, arguably.
That's a really interesting shift in focus. It's not just bigger chips, it's better, or maybe just more data. So does this nuanced view apply to other big hopes too, like reinforcement learning, RL? Is scaling that up the magic key?
Yeah, good question. Look, lots of people are hoping for some huge leap once RL gets scaled up massively.
Yeah.
But realistically, progress is probably going to come from lots of small, difficult steps. Incremental improvements.
No silver bullet then.
Probably not one single bullet, no.
Yeah.
Better RL environments, better training data for them that'll definitely push things forward in the next year or two. But it's likely to be, a grind. Lots of hard-won advances.
Okay, so progress, but maybe not the overnight revolution some expect. Still, the groundwork for what comes after today's chatbots seems to be getting laid down pretty fast. I saw a senior Google exec put out this huge, 400-page paper.
Oh, yeah, the one on agentic patterns.
That's the one. 21 design patterns for AI agents. Things like prompt chaining, linking AI steps together, memory for context, even coordinating multiple AIs with code examples.
It's fascinating, isn't it? The actual agent tools are still pretty early stage, maybe a bit clunky. But the engineering foundations, the blueprints for AI that doesn't just answer but actually does complex stuff, it's being built right now.
It really hints at a future where AI is much more active, taking on multi-step tasks.
Definitely moving beyond just conversational Q&A.
So how's all this advanced AI actually landing in the real world? How's it being perceived? Palantir, for instance, just launched something called Working Intelligence, the AI Optimism Project.
Interesting name. What's the ink?
Well, they're deliberately framing AI as a tool for workers, solving problems in hospitals, factories, explicitly not about replacing people, trying to build that positive narrative.
That's smart. And honestly, it's probably crucial. Shifting the story from AI is coming for your job to AI can empower you. And that's vital if this tech is going to be widely adopted and integrated well into society.
Making sure people feel they're leading the change, not being run over by it.
Exactly. Which requires understanding what the AI is even doing.
Right. And that's a huge issue. So many teams using AI, they can't really see inside the models. They often can't even answer basic things like which prompts are costing us the most.
That lack of visibility is a killer.
Totally. So this idea of AI observability, having dashboards that track prompt use, costs, response times, automatically that's becoming essential, moving from just guessing to actually knowing what's going on.
Getting a handle on the costs and performance. Makes sense.
And on a slightly lighter note, we're seeing cool tools pop up too. 11 Labs, the voice AI company, they just launched a free text-to-sound effects tool.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, you get like 50 free sounds a month. And Notebook LM added new audio summary options like deep dive, brief, critique, even debate formats.
So AI is getting more integrated into creative and productivity workflows too, not just big enterprise stuff.
For sure. Okay, so we've covered a lot today. From the sort of surprising economics of AI for some companies, the big shifts among the major players, those core debates about data versus compute, and this steady march towards agentic AI. Hopefully you're feeling a bit clearer on the landscape.
Yeah, lots of moving parts. And maybe that leaves you with this question to think about. We heard companies really need to figure out how to scale data itself. That's the next edge. But at the same time, customers are super worried about unpredictable costs. So how do organizations balance that need for tons of new high-quality data with the absolute necessity of making AI affordable and predictable enough for people to actually adopt it widely and ethically? That's a fantastic question. Balancing innovation with sustainable, accessible adoption. Definitely something to keep mulling over. Thanks so much for joining us for this exploration. We hope you feel better equipped to navigate the fast-evolving world of AI.
Spoken Tech for your ears.